What do we have here? For one thing, it's the heaviest sewing machine I've ever bought. I don't have a scale, so I Googled it and I was guessing it to be around 35 pounds. And the Google said 35 to 40 pounds about for this particular model. It is all metal. It's actually a Sears Kenmore Model 158523, technically the 52. And it was made in March of 1964. And metallic iris. I love the color, this tan color with that purpley iris. Really looks good together. It's zigzag. It does have the cams. Came with all the cams. And it has a button holder. This R and F are for the button holder. So it has some issues when I tested it. For one thing, if you put the feed dogs down here, they stick. And you put this back to up, they stay down. So you have to lift it up and do it manually underneath. And then the buttonhole feature isn't working perfectly. It'll sew with the left side of the buttonhole, and then you're supposed to be able to turn it to the R, and it goes backwards, but it kind of just stays there. So again, with the feed dog sticking, and this needing the feed dog to go backwards, maybe that has something to do with it. The reverse works fine. Push that up. I mean, reverses works perfectly. So what I'm going to do, take this top off and put some oil in there, and then lift the bottom and oil that up down there. Well, that's my dog going crazy again. This is everything that came with it. The original belt they threw in there. They had a new belt on it, and plus an extra one there, and all the cams. You'll see number one is in there, and I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and they're double-sided. You have 5B, and on this side you have 5A. And they made cams 7 through 14 you can buy online if you can find them. They're more rare. These are more common ones. They came with a needle threader. This thing here, some needles, some bobbins, and the buttonhole foot. And I said I sewed with it just to test it, and it sews nice. Like I said in another video, I love Kenmore foot pedals. There is nothing like them. They are so smooth, and this thing will go real nice and slow. You mash it down, it takes off. I mean, I might just take it to the drag strip. I mean, it's that fast. I was impressed with this thing. I'll take the top off first, see what it looks like inside here. Good place to start. I already looked at the underside. It looks pretty good. It looks like it could use some oil. Like I said, the feed dogs were slipping. They're not slipping. They're catching, not going down without some help. Alrighty. Get a look inside there. Not bad. It's fairly clean. There's some thread. It needs oil, but it's not too bad looking. I'll get that oiled up. Don't take a whole lot, just a few drops. Sometimes I do get a little carried away. I'm the first to admit. It'll just go through it's smooth. I mean, it was taken care of, and it was stored somewhere, where it wasn't really a lot of moisture. So That's good. Few pivot points in there. Get a few drops. Yep, you learn as you go. Just the drop, all we need. What do we got going on there? That's up front. Okay. Yeah, that feels good. Put a little drop there. Okay. That should do it for the oiling on the top. I'll wipe it off and put it back together. As far as the underneath, it is super clean under here. Even inside the box, there's one needle laying in there. No lint. Super clean everywhere. So I'm just gonna throw oil in where these red markings are, and that'll take care of the bottom. I mean, I don't even see any lint, so that's really good. Tripping over the feed dog was sticking for raising it and lowering it, so a little bit of oil, all that took. They're working smoothly now, so more good news. As far as the bobbin winding, I believe we have a little post here. Put that on there. And since I don't have a manual, I think it comes around, there's a little notch there, and then around and underneath this bell, and then up to the bobbin. That's what I think. See if it works. Okay, got the bobbin on. Just a standard 15 bobbin. Loosen up my clutch here and see how she works. Missing it. Alrighty. Looking pretty good. That should do it. Yeah, that's working all right. As far as threading this one, we have, looks like it'll take 2 posts, missing one here. So put it on here. We're going to come across and then just one of these deals through that pigtail. We have another pigtail here. Same deal, just up and over, and that part's done. Okay, we're going to come down through our thread tensioner. Here we grab that spring. It's going to come up and go into that little groove right there, little slotted. Now we're going to come around that. I keep my hands out of the way. Through that guide, and then up to our pickup arm. And we're going to go through our pickup arm or take up arm. Now we can go back down through that other guide. Okay, this guide here, it's wide open, so it just goes in like that. Hope this shows up, but you just want to take it right at the very top of that pigtail and then just wrap it around and it's in. And then for this other one, I don't know if it's, yeah, you think you can see that. This one right back here, we're just going to go behind it like that. And now it's ready to go through the needle. Okay, let's make it for a test drive. Ready? Yeah, nice and smooth and slow you can go with this thing. You really have a lot of control with these pedals, more than other ones I've used. Let's just run that off and have a look at the back side. There's a cutter in there. Let me get a look at that. Yeah, I think the bobbin maybe could use tightened up a little bit. So, put that down. Let's do a zigzag. We'll go with the wide one and tighten this up to fine. Go a little finer. Okay, now let's change the cam. Just this zigzag. And we'll go with 2B. And we will go 4. And fine tune this one a little bit. Let's see what that does. Let's fine tune it a little bit more. Amazing how fast this thing is. Okay, we'll go back to straight stitch. All right, here's what we got. Here's the zigzag, then that decorative stitch, and fine tuned a little bit more up here. You see now, I'm going to probably make another video. It's going to be, I'll just do an example of all the different, I won't really record me doing every stitch, but I'm going to make every one of them, and then I'm going to see if I can get that button holder to work. I gotta say, this is probably one of my favorite machines I bought in a while. This thing it's a beast. I am really impressed with this one. So if you ever come across one, Sears Kenmore, what model did I say? 52? Yeah, 158523. Technically a model 52 they call it. I'm telling you, it's heavy. It's the heaviest machine I think I have. But man, does it so nice. So we will see you next time.